2008, we used to do the runway repurposed fashion shows. And people would take donated clothing and they would have like 6 weeks to put together a brand new outfit. And then we had an actual runway and we would do a fashion show. It was a great confidence builder for kids and adults. And we had boys and men and girls and women and even some pets. So it was a great program. But it kind of ran out of steam after 10 years. And in 2018, that was our last show. And we took a little bit of a hiatus. And then I met Tirza Sirkin, who owns Finding Roots in Howell. And she said, you know, she's always wanted to have a makerspace in Livingston County. And a makerspace is like a big, open, warehousey kind of place where you can do a lot of different kinds of art: pottery, metalwork, painting, writing, 3D printing, computer work, cooking, sewing and fiber arts. We're very open, jewelry making. So that's the dream. Until we have a building, we are doing some other slightly less ambitious things. We teach classes at the Howell Nature Center on a monthly basis. So if you're interested in seeing what they have on tap, look at their website. All the registrations go through their website, but we're the ones that are teaching the classes. We also are doing these raw talks, which are kind of like a TED Talk, only for artists and local artists, because there's a lot of talent in this county. So we really want to highlight all of the talent that we have and give people a little boost. The library very nicely records all these programs and puts them on their YouTube channel for ever and ever. So Matthew will be commemorated there forever. Yay. So we just started the Raw Talks in January. So we're just a few months in, but we're excited to have Matthew here today. Oh, I should tell you before we get on to Matthew, if you want to follow Raw, we do have a website, rawartworld.com. And we're also on social media. We have Instagram and I think TikTok and Facebook. So Raw Art World. And it has like a little swooshy circle in black and white. Okay, so today we're not here necessarily to hear Matthew's whole life story, but he can expound on it if he wishes. What we're here for is to find out what inspires him. What was his artistic journey? How did he start? Where did he start? When did he start? Where does he want to go? And that kind of a timeline, because one thing I've found from interviewing artists is that everybody's got a different path and very few of them are a straight line. They're more like started here, didn't do anything, started up here, came down here, and then we continue. And that's what makes it really interesting because the art changes. So, so today, Matthew Miller. So he is going to talk. I'm going to give him some questions and he has not seen. So some of them may throw him a little bit. I'm also going to show some art. He sent me some photos and I'm just going to click through these. If you have any specific questions on the art, raise your hand when they're up and he can address those or they'll come around. I think there's like a total of 18 slides. So they'll come around a few times while you're here today. And at the end, if you have any questions, be sure to ask. And I see he brought some fabulous pieces there. I love the way you use color.
Thank you. Yeah, those are old ones. Yeah, they're for sale. Do you want me to start or are we doing questions?
Well, I would say, tell us a little bit about yourself first.
Okay, so my name is Matthew. For those who don't know me, I was in the military for a little bit, the Marine Corps. I have bipolar as well as anxiety. I am a visionary artist. I love to paint and use acrylic paint on canvas. For my nationality is I get asked a lot, but I'm part Cherokee, Blackfoot, African American, Mexican, Indian, Aztec, Spanish, German, Irish, Austrian, and French. And most people say, that's a melting pot of things. So, but yeah, I've been interested in art my whole life, you know, starting out as a child. Really, um, growing up in Detroit, you know, I would sit in my room with my set of like, I think it was like 64 pack of Crayola crayons or whatever. And the colors I used to always go to were hot pink and aqua blue. And I saw these, it was, wi- my mom would bring me into Spencer's and I would see these like psychedelic, like mushroom posters. And they also had these mushroom candles with faces on it. So I would always, I don't know why, but I always was drawn to draw mushrooms with faces on them. Um, which, I mean, it's funny because to compare that to nowadays and who I actually look up to and who inspires me is an artist called Alex Gray, which he's a visionary artist and he does a lot of like psychedelic or like things that center around like your third eye and everything. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Explain a little bit what you mean by visionary artist.
Visionary art is like some can explain it as like, you know, seeing into the future or, you know, um having like, you know, a vision in your head and, you know, taking it out and putting it into the physical reality. Also, it goes into people who do psychedelics and like what they actually see during their psychedelic experience, which, you know, that's another thing. Um, there's a lot of visionary artists nowadays and more people like up and coming that just it's like profound like landscapes or for example what else, you know, things that are centered around like just vivid, vibrant colors. So
So the vibrant colors really draw you.
yeah, I do. I love vibrant colors. I like to make things kind of like pop if I can. Now with neon colors, I feel that you got to be careful with neon colors because it can go south like real fast if you don't use them properly or you know just with the wrong colors or the color combination and things of that nature. So
Okay. When was the first time you actually described yourself to yourself as an artist?
dude, I would say I really like growing up through school and everything. I didn't really think about it like that. So I guess it was in 2012. I was stationed out in California at Third Marine Aircraft Wing, and I don't know why, but like I'm like I need something to do, and it was just like the culture of California and the people and everything, and it was just very down to earth and relaxed. And I'm like, you know what? I think I'm gonna paint. And I went to this. It was a really nice art store. It was small, but I went there. I got a pack of basic or Liquitex basic. Um, it was just like the primary colors, and I got a canvas and a set of brushes. I think I got a set of brushes. Yeah, I did get a set of brushes, and brought it back to my the barracks, and I just started kind of going at it. And well, actually, no, sorry. Let me correct myself. I was I was with my like the people I worked with and we went to it was just under Pendleton. We went to like this it was like a little small like hotelish kind of place off the ocean and I brought my canvas and my paintbrushes and it was late at night and I started painting. And then I didn't finish it that night. And I remember being in my barracks one time and I just started kind of going at it and not really having too much thought on like what I was doing, but like just kind of like putting shapes and colors like together and everything. And I don't know if any of my families probably I think you've seen it, grandma, but it's like it has a lot of green in it and a lot of yellow. And then there's like it's like the left eye with like an eyebrow on it. But yeah, I don't even know where that piece is, honestly. So
Tell me a little bit about when you choose colors for any specific piece. Like the one that's behind you right now, this
oh
is the original design. I should tell everybody, Matthew participated in our project in conjunction with Community Catalysts, which is another nonprofit in Livingston County. And they just took over a decrepit hotel or motel in Howell towards Fowlerville. And they have turned it into transitional housing for people. And the rooms are all paid for by local churches. And I talked to the lady that runs that program. And I said, how about if we bring in some artists and we do some murals or provide some art for these rooms so these people aren't going into a white box when they get out of rehab or whatever. And she was like, oh my God, that would be awesome. And Matthew stepped right up and said, oh, I'm totally in. And this was his original design. And I think the final design has no eyes because they were like a little freaked out. They didn't want people to think they were being watched. So, but that's a commissioned piece, so it was a different experience. But I love the colors in this, and you can certainly see your hot pink and aqua purple is always a major thing in your show. But tell me how you decide to choose your colors.
So the colors, I think there's another purple one that's supposed to be there, but I wanted to go with like I'm very spiritual, so like I believe in like chakras and everything. And I wanted to do, which is also like the 7 colors of the rainbow, or however you want to look at it.
Nice.
But I chose to do that. I did from left to right, like them in order from the crown to the root, or from purple to red on the mountains. And then I wanted to do the sun rays. I was thinking about doing like honestly like different colors, but for the sun rays, I was like, well, heck, why not just put the same, the rainbow colors on the sun rays in order, and then have a neon yellow sun. And I thought the neon yellow sun really brought it out. I chose that just because I wanted it to stand out from the rest of them. But yeah, no, like Barb was saying, the mural I did, they also wanted me to take out the neon yellow sun and just have a natural like golden yellow there, so it wasn't just too much.
It was a little it was a lot of back and forth. But one thing I liked about this piece is that it's very graphic, but it's also kind of natural. You've got the sun and the sun rays and what looks like mountains in front, and it's a really good contrast between natural and a graphic depiction of it. It's a lot of fun. It's a fun thing to look at, and I like your use of color. Okay, we're gonna move on here. My next question, it's a hookup thing. She'll fix it. My question is, you use a lot of graphic designs, lines and shapes. Is that a conscious choice too?
Like honestly, so what I'm really drawn to is like anything that has to do with like ancient civilizations, or like things that have to do with my culture. But like lines, that's something like on those ones over there, you can tell like difference from that to compared to my new work is I've started using black outline, which really makes the painting pop.
Yeah.
And on these ones, I mean that sun one has black like sun rays, but I didn't have that black outline. So that's something I've learned. Like in the mountain one, I had that black outline, and in the mural, I did the black outline as well. But yeah, no, the black outline, it makes it like that's like the final step to do, and it really makes the whole like painting itself. So yeah.
Okay. Did you know what you wanted to do artistically when you started? I mean, did you have things in your head that you wanted to do and you weren't quite there yet, or how did you get started?
Like paintings or just like goals?
Coloring, however you started. Yeah.
No, it just came as something like, to instead of going outside, hey, I can sit in and color, or things of that nature, as well as I not really, like honestly, through school it wasn't like, hey, I want to be this well-known you know, visionary artists, or I didn't even know about visionary art back then. And like Alex Gray, he goes way back to probably like I'd say like the 80s, like mid 80s. But yeah, no, I never had a goal in mind growing up that I was like, hey, I want to be this, awesome, outstanding, great artist. So no.
Okay. Um, how other than using your black outlining now,
Yeah.
which I agree does really
Oh
make it
yeah,
pop.
yeah. It is.
What other changes have you made over the years?
Um, I've tried like I don't really like to do it. Um, but I've kind of if I need something to be exact, like for instance that sun, I'll trace something
Yeah.
or I'll draw it in or pencil it in. Um, Another thing is like measuring like the equalness of like the length or the base of like the mountains I did. I measured them out, marked it. And then the sun for that, I actually took one of my cooking pans and held it up to the canvas and then traced it.
Awesome.
But no, I've learned like I guess trace or not necessarily trace but sketch out on the canvas or in my journal like the image before
Yep.
I bring it onto there, and I'll either have my journal and go along with that. It makes it a lot easier, or just go from the journal. Or when I said referred to that, I meant painting from the picture from the journal to the canvas. Or I can, I haven't really done it yet, but like taking the image from the journal, putting it on with pencil, and then going over it.
Now, do
So,
you always use spray paint or do you use other medium as well?
oh no, no, I've spray paint and acrylic. I haven't touched oil yet. Um, on the small one over there is I actually did that one in
Ooh,
school.
back.
It's back. Oh, cool.
Yay.
Um,
Thank you.
the small one I actually did in school. We used like it's some type of ink. I don't think it was like screen printing ink.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it was I don't even remember the process. Um but yeah, no, spray paint, acrylic, haven't touched oil, and yeah, I don't really like watercolor, colored pencils and now things like that. So
Okay. Who encouraged you along the way?
shoot. Like growing up or just
Wherever.
growing up, I'd say he's like my legal guardian. His name's Daniel. Um he was a painter, not like canvas and paint, but he did like he painted houses and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um he also he another thing was he had this big huge thing of like tracing paper, and he let me have it, and I would like I remember the show South Park. They were having their first episode, and they had a little thing in a magazine that I cut out and I traced. I think it was Kenny, but yeah, no, he had like a lot of like different kind of like what are they called, the the compass and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, I mean like he wasn't art like artistic, I guess, like with the actually painting, but like he was more like structured. So yeah, he I looked up to him. Now like growing up more, I've had like like actually like famous people, like I said, like Alex Gray. Um, there's Chris Dyer. His work's different, but I still like it. Um, I'm trying to think who else. I I did do when I was younger. I did do two biographies or biographies on Pablo Picasso and Vincent Van Gogh. And that also goes into, I remember my Uncle Mark, he's here today, and him and my Aunt Tammy at the time, they took me to the DIA and they bought me this Starry Night. It was Vincent Van Gogh's, yeah, Starry
Mm.
Night. It was like a little just fine print, whatever. But yeah, no, them too, like back then. I didn't paint like them or anything, nor did I know all their work. But yeah, it was just they inspired me too. So yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So would you describe your path to being the artist that you are today as direct or winding?
Um, I'd say direct because the thing was like I would just paint just for the hell of it. And I actually a couple years ago, um, I probably had like 15 to 20 canvases, and I was living down there in Howell, and I gave like so many of them away, and like I didn't charge anything, and I was just like, here, have them, enjoy them. But like I say direct because I've come from like not really mm, having like people kind of hey, oh, that's Matthew, or from that factor. But too, like lately I've been getting more commissions, as well as like just these opportunities for this kind of thing, art. And it's like kind of like whether it continues to keep on progressing, which I mean I see it as that, but like it's not gonna I feel it's not gonna be it's what work you put out there is the work that what's gonna come back to you. So yeah.
Agree. Yeah, go ahead. What is that?
Oh, that is
Hang on, let me go back here.
oh, this one.
Oh, no, hang on, it's the one before.
Oh yeah, it's a tapestry I did for someone. um so Oh no, yeah, it is tie dye. I just got a blank tapestry. I think it was. I don't remember how big that was. It's not. It's not. Oh yeah, it's not for me. But yeah, I sold it to someone. We talked about it. She wanted these certain colors. What I did was I bunched it up like from the center, and then bunched it up, rubber band it, and then rubber band it, rubber band it, rubber band it, and then I actually didn't we have a bucket that we dunk it into? Yeah. And I dunk it like to get the colors into this bucket, and then it came out like this. So yeah, it's the photo's a little bit blurry, but it's really I love that. That's probably my favorite tie dye right there. Like
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I
thank
think
you. Yeah.
it's amazing. I mean, yeah, it's like a raindrop in the rain. It's
Yeah.
really pretty.
Oh yeah, I made that too. Yeah. Which
Wow. That's true. I like.
oh,
I love it. Um, okay, gonna throw you a curve here.
okay.
Um, what's your favorite junk food?
Oh, Superman ice cream.
No, because of the colors.
It's primary. Yeah, but no, it just tastes. Well, ever since I was little.
Okay, good. Let's see. What would you tell your younger self?
Um,
What would you tell 7-year-old Matthew looking at his box of 64 Crayola crayons?
I I would say paint. Like,
Paint,
oh yeah,
go for it.
get like buy paint in a canvas and paint, because it was yeah. I never, like I said, I never bought any paint or canvas until I was like 22, I think it was.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I would tell my younger self to get paint, keep painting.
Now, I was curious about this one.
Oh yeah.
Tell me the story behind this.
So this one, um, it was I don't know. It was a couple of years ago. I was just I had a different thought process when I was doing this one.
Sure.
Um, it's the background. Okay, so the background has a lot of um, like half circles, or like circles in it, like the orange and stuff. And I guess I wasn't really putting a lot of thought into it. Like I didn't wasn't like, oh, this is gonna be, how it's gonna turn out. I kind of just went with it. So it's like more organic. to the point where um you have like these circles and then like half circles and everything. Um and then I just went over it with like the black and the purple down here. But my grandpa, I showed him it and he's like, it kind of looks like if you're looking at it from that direction, it kind of looks like a face. But if you're looking at it from like towards the other direction, he said it kind of looks like a baby fetus. And I don't
That's what I thought too, and
so
especially surrounded by the
yeah,
blue.
I just
Okay.
yeah, I kind of just kept going with that one. But
Yeah. But it does, this one was very evocative. I mean, it's really different people are going to see different things, based on the way you used color and shapes. But good job. Let's move on here. Let's see. Where is your happy place? Where do you go when you want to be happy? Painting. Anywhere with paint in your hand.
yeah,
Okay.
because it brings me to like this place of like there's no thought. It's just me and the brush on the canvas, just doing what I like to do.
Nice.
But no, I mean, honestly, if I had just endless amount of money, my happy place would be traveling the world and just
Where would you go?
oh,
Money,
Fiji.
no object.
Oh, like
Of course.
Fiji, Egypt,
Ooh.
top two. I haven't been to Mexico yet, so
Oh, that's fun. You should go. Mexico's totally fun.
Oh, Chichen Itza, right? Is that Chichen Itza? Is that what it's called? Yeah, yeah. So,
Nice.
but
Who would be most proud of you?
would be one most
Who
proud
would be most proud of you with your art?
in years or now? Like,
Let's say now.
now I don't know. My family's like they're all supporting me in here, and
Yeah.
and Andrea, she's here as well, and her daughter. But my my mom, I'd probably say my mom because I mean she like the mural and stuff. It's like I would tell her, she's like, oh, I knew you would, or I knew, like there's no doubt that they wouldn't pick you, or
Yeah. Yeah,
so
for
she's
sure.
like right there. My grandma, I don't, all my family.
Moms
I
are the
thank for
best.
being here, but
Truly.
yeah.
Okay. Um, let's see here. What makes you laugh out loud?
I don't really.
SpongeBob.
I don't. I mean, like to get me to laugh. I don't know. I. Yeah, it is spontaneous. I'm
Okay.
like,
Okay.
like, just I don't know, like movies and stuff. Some comedy movies, I'll sit through and I'll not laugh at a single thing, but everyone else will. But it's like I don't know. I just everyday conversation. What if it's something funny? I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
But
Did any art or song or book inspire you along the way?
um, with my paintings, or
Mhm.
yeah, I'd say what is it called? I think it's like oneness or something. But it's Alex Gray. He has this one, and it's a depiction of what he saw when he did a certain psychedelic whatever. But it's just these faces of like these like God faces, but they're like mirrored, and yeah, it's crazy. But that one I really like, and I'm taking, well, I'll be taking painting too coming up probably next semester. But in that class you have to do like 4 paintings of like famous artists, and I was thinking about doing that one. So
Oh, cool.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Um, but yeah.
What's that story?
So I didn't know what to do with it. It was an old one. Like, I'm sorry, but like some art that I make, like these old ones, I personally like I'm my worst, what is it? My worst
Critic.
critic, thank you. Yeah. Like this one, I was like, I don't know what to do with it. I added some brown to it, And then I was like, I'll add some blue spray paint, and I did, and it's just, I don't know. I think it looks all right, but yeah, I was like, I don't know. And these ones, like, I was like, hey, $10 if anyone wants to buy one, because
You,
I just want to get rid of them. So
you know what that one told me when I
yeah.
when I was putting it in the PowerPoint here, it was like it's a do-over.
Oh no, it
Did,
definitely is. Yeah.
didn't like what was there before. I'm going to put something over it. It
Yeah.
looks like a graffiti wall that has layers on it, but it's a do-over, and that's that's like life,
Yeah.
so it's all good. Good. Okay. So what advice would you give to a young artist? A kid?
I'd say, you know, because I feel that like if you start younger and at a certain skill or whatever, that you're gonna grow with that through the years. And for like instance, myself, I was like 22 when I really started getting into it. But like by the time you're 22, you could have just galleries or what filled or whatever. My advice to a child would be, follow your dreams. Um, do what makes you happy. Uh, you know, find whether it's like crayons or paint or whatever, find something that you like and then, go with it and never stop.
Okay. What's the story behind this one?
Oh, that's that I think it's that one over there. But yeah, no, this was just it was color class and my instructor's name, Jill Jepson. She really liked me. Um, but this is like I said, I forgot the process, but it was oh gee, it's like you would take a cutter or whatever and cut out on a palette, layer it, or put the ink on it, then press the thing or the canvas or whatever the paper you had, and then put it through rollers. And I was just like, I just want to do triangles because I really like triangles. Um, and those my go-to colors are like turquoise, red, hot pink, aqua blue. But yeah, I thought the yellow would really kind of bring it all together. And that's not one of the original ones I did. That's one that's actually a mess up. But I think it still turned out good.
Pretty good mess up. Yeah, I
Thanks.
like it. Let's see what comes up next here. Slowly.
Uh,
I liked this one too. Tell me a little bit about that. And I love the drips at the bottom,
So yeah, this one was a long time ago. I think this is in 2012 as well. I first started um I had like some highlight or not highlighters, permanent markers that were like neon. And what did I do? I'm trying to think if I spray painted this around it, the black, or if I did that first. I think I spray painted it. I had a stencil. This is just like a symbol. It's the Cherokee star with like a triangle. But it's just like a symbol I made up for like my clothing, whatever. Um, but this is all like permanent marker, and I try to do like an eye, and then I did some like drip down right here. This is like it's almost like a male and a female like energy like meeting at the bottom, and the rest was blank for like years, and I didn't know what to do with it, and so I got some golden paint. I think that's magenta, and this was phthalo blue or green or deep turquoise or something. But I'm like, well, I can finally finish it and just put these colors around it. So I did. I really kind of wish I hadn't given this one away, but I did. But yeah, I put it on heavy, like from the top to the bottom, then kind of just did it lightly. I got some water on my brush and kind of just went through it like that. Same with the other side. But yeah, like I said, this is a symbol for like my clothing line, which I need. I'll get to one day. It's like it's in the works, but I kind of need to have my own like screen printer and everything in order to like get it going, rather than paying a lot of money to.
Well, when
like,
the raw makerspace gets going, we'll have one of those for you.
yeah, because it's like
Yeah.
you're paying so much money
Yeah.
to like a place, and it's like you can order your own stuff. Um, but yeah, so yeah, that's the story with that one. But
Yeah, I liked it. You use a lot of mystical symbols in a lot of your paintings. So that's really important to you.
yeah, like I said, just like I need to get more into like hieroglyphs. Um, but yeah, the Eye of Providence is a big one for me. I really am drawn to it. Um, but like yeah, like you want me to talk about this one?
Yeah, talk about
This
that
one,
one.
this one is it's like a little Cocapelli guy.
That's exactly what I thought when I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the flute player. Yeah.
I didn't do his like his dreads or his hair, but instead of I put a pipe because instead of like the flute, I don't know, but like this, it's over there, but it's like I did some like a little like Mayan ruin like steps there, and then I didn't. This is an old one, but I didn't really know what to do with the sky, so I just kind of like fit in some shapes and stuff. But
Okay.
yeah,
Well, I liked it. It was very good. Next one coming up here.
uh,
Oh, this was the one, the original one with the eyes. Yeah,
Yeah.
we've seen that.
is that the end of it?
I don't know. There's probably a couple more.
Okay.
What's the next big project for you? I mean, do you have any thoughts about doing like a wall mural?
I tried. There's a website I went to, and applied there, and they said that it's like they're in like certain areas only, like if a place needs it. But they said they don't have anything in like the Detroit or Metro Detroit area. So, um, that oh, my next big thing, I'm not even thinking. I have an art battle thing in Grand Rapids this Saturday.
What's an art battle?
It's like so you go against 6 people and you have 20 minutes to come up with whatever you want.
Oh, wow.
And then 2 of you get chosen to go to the final round, and then another 6 people go. 2 of them get chosen. Then a winner gets chosen, and then yeah,
And where is that? In Grand Rapids, but
Grand
where?
Rapids it's like an aerial, like the ribbons from the ceiling kind of.
Oh,
It's
okay.
that one of those. Bring your own beer, but yeah.
Nice. All right.
That's the next big thing. After that, I think everything's gonna kind of slow down, which I'll probably paint more. I got school coming up, and it's just like when I hit school, it's like I'm doing classwork instead of painting,
Yeah.
which sucks, but
Well, life
it's how it
interrupts. Yeah.
goes. Yeah. But yeah, and then well, next really big thing is in the fall I'll be going to college for creative studies. I'm not going for fine arts. I'll be going for advertising design.
Good.
To become a creative director. So
Well, I actually think you'd be really good at that.
thank you.
You're very graphic. So it's I think that would be a perfect fit. Tell us about this one.
So this is just I was like, I really okay. So when I first started this one, I had what was it? It was the hot pink or fluorescent pink with like the turquoise and the yellow. And I was going on the canvas and I was just putting it on there, like, and I'd sit back on my love seat, watch it, let it dry, and I just kept putting like sections of it. And this is another one that I haven't done before, but I really liked the color like of the combination with the fluorescent pink, the turquoise, and the fluorescent yellow on the white background, and I almost thought like, oh shoot, I can just leave it like this and it will be, cool, or it will look nice. But yeah, I was like, I put some like female anatomy in there and like the black, but yeah, no, it's it's it was
Okay.
it was one of my first ones because I never
Okay.
worked with female anatomy before. No, Pablo Picasso did. I thought I'd dabble in it, but yeah, no, it's
I
like
didn't catch that when I looked at it, but now that you mention it, I can see it.
yeah.
So yeah.
So, but yeah, I really like this one. It's at the Howell Opera House right now. I would have brought it here today, but
Yeah, I would encourage any of you who haven't been to stop in at his show over at the Opera House for sure. Let's see if we got one else here.
Oh, that's an old one.
I like the mountains though at the
Yeah.
bottom. That's actually really cool. So what's going on at the top?
It was like this, like I did this. Uh, you remember this one? No. Okay. Um, I like did this guy. It's like a guy with like a head and an eye. Um, and his arms are like curved up like this. And then uh, yeah, I don't. I this one. I don't know. I was kind of like stuck in like life, like well, like not life, but like in the art of like just what I should do. So I just kept going on this one, and I don't. It's out there right now, but I need to add some like black outline to this. Uh, but yeah, it's I don't think it's done,
Oh,
honestly.
it's okay.
But
Still in process. Okay.
yeah,
I actually really liked it, just because there's like a weird dichotomy between the kind of mountainy bottom and the
yeah,
we're not sure what's going on up top. But I like it.
yeah.
Let's see if there's. I think when we come back to your face, we'll be back to the beginning. And this is the non-eye, non-neon yellow picture that was approved. So very pretty. I do like that. Yeah, talk to us about this one.
This is another old one. Um, Behind this, it was just it was like an alien face and just some like circles. But I decided to spray paint over it and then just put Tut on there because I
Okay.
really like. I don't know. I just like King Tut, but yeah, it's nothing like too major, but yeah, it's simple. So yeah,
Okay, good enough.
but tapestry.
What? So that was a commissioned piece. You did that for somebody?
Yeah.
Okay. How big was it?
I'd say like at least like 5 feet, maybe?
5 feet square? Yeah.
94 inches. I don't know. Is that something? It was big. Yeah.
Yeah, it really is pretty. And it's really different from your other stuff, in terms of color and shapes and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, she wanted to hang it in her, I think it was her living room or something, as like a backdrop on a wall. So yeah. Oh yeah. This one's just simple. A couple of years ago, I would go to like downtown Brighton, bring my easel, um, and my paint and everything, and just paint. And I don't. I just want it's just simple, triangles with black outline and stuff.
Now, do you get like inspiration from Andy Warhol paintings that were repetitive, kind of like that?
Won't like him, honestly.
Oops, sorry.
Oh no, it's all good. I never really. I don't know his really like. No, it's just simple repetition, like just patterns.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I never really like. I just. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. I just didn't never got into it, like the whole.
Well, it's very different,
Yeah,
and it was
like
very
pop art.
original and different at the time,
Yeah.
and
So
but there is something soothing about having a repetitive pattern too.
yeah,
So kind of all good. We've talked about this. My last question
yeah.
for you is very important.
Okay.
What is your favorite swear word?
Shit. um, I don't want my grandma. I'm not mother effer.
Okay, that's very good.
So,
Does anybody have any questions for Matthew? Something you've always burned to ask him?
um, uh, oh, right now, like, well, this fall I'll be at Washtenaw Community College. Real quick, I have my welding and fabrication certificate from there. But I'm going for my associates in fine arts. I have like 4 or 5 classes, and then next fall will be college for creative studies, which I'm super excited about. Downtown Detroit, right? I'm the DIA. Yeah. But yeah, and then I'll get out of school with my bachelor's and either get right into a creative director position or art director. But either one, it pays very well. So yeah.
Well, congratulations and thank you for being with us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Matthew Miller. And thank you for coming and follow us on Raw Art World. Oh,
Yeah,
gosh.
it was very blurry. Oh.